Hey folks, Gary here. Happy Monday to you. I hope you guys started off fantastic. What a great day to be alive. Every day we walk with the Lord is such a good day. And today I want to talk about rest, which seems odd for a Monday morning because you're out there trying to make everything happen, right? I know you are. You're out there working really, really hard. So talk about rest seems kind of weird, but it's really quite important. So we're looking at Hebrews 4, verses 1 to 3. And I want to talk about how you can rest while you're out there. So let's read this. God's promise of entering his rest still stands. God's promise you rest is still there. So we ought to tremble with fear that some of you might fail to experience it. Well, why is this so important that we're trembling with fear? Well, we'll get to it. Verse 2. For this good news, that God has prepared this rest, has been announced to us just as it was to them. Who are them? Well, it's the Israelites who came out of Egypt, rescued out of Egypt. God, the book of Exodus, takes them out of Egypt, takes them to the promised land, but they never experienced the rest of God. Let's continue on. But it did them no good because they didn't share the faith of those who listened to God. What took place there? They get to the promised land, they get to the place where they're to enter into their rest, but they would not trust God to deliver them into the promised land. They would not trust God that he would make a way for them. And because they wouldn't trust God, they can never enter into the rest that God had for them. This rest that he provides for us. For only we who believe can enter his rest. As for the others, God said, in my anger I took an oath. They will never enter my place of rest. The author's quoting Psalm 95 here when he says that. Even though this rest has been ready since he made the world. God has given us the ability to rest. But it's different than what the world sees it. We rest in God. In other words, we trust God with the things that God will provide us for, right? Right? The world worries about what will we eat tomorrow. The world worries about what will we wear. The world worries about where will we live. The world worries about all these kind of things. We're called not to worry about those things. We're called to trust God. You still work. You still provide a living. You still do all the things you need to do for sure. But we trust God, and trusting God, we rest in God. How many of you have ever taken a vacation and you're just worried about everything? Are you resting? No. But when you trust God, you can enter into a rest. When you take time off, you actually are resting in God because you're trusting him to take care of all the details. So that's the message for today. Thanks for watching. We'll look at more of it tomorrow.